MPP a ebe so ma no to agina me MPP nkwanti to agina me MPP nkwanti na to ma no na 200 times na so share kokra to wase anto me MPP a wo ya MPP ni a ye be to ma no e ti say ebo kra to wase wo ya MPP a agina me MPP a ebe so ma no to agina me MPP nkwanti to agina me MPP nkwanti na to ma no 200 times not so share kokra to wase
ahemfo muti kumasi a da otumfo ne mokasa we for corona mu bebo muto Ashanti muntiemi Ashanti chiefs mo ahemfo na mo Ashanti regional problems any Ashanti mo ahemfo mo yakonfo mo tumi ton asase mani pa bako binu miensa etiamanfo sika awiamanfo girls awiamanfo yeremu nyamma muti Ashanti region eye tu galamse insamoni amudi wo Ashanti region no mawie na mo be fa chama Wontumi awaka chama Wontumi asam. What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that?
Mampani wedi akoto srew wa no tumu bi e ma Wontumi nko prison ekoto srew mampani enim se wo ye father for all but modi e ma Wontumi nko ekoto srew e paocho hwe na kabi ma no na menim se wo de wa no tumu a ebe wie ama ye nyina mampani wadaroma Wontumi mobo.
Ede President Mahama nani adia na se osu asofo a mo de President Mahama butu ho ese nyame de na bre yen amobọ ni enhira ni Addo ne ho ahwan se nyame nakuma penti kese turumudie ekoso bene na ekoso me ka je se ma fo di om turumude na japo na me ma se media go ade ne sha se nye ne.
Well, that's about and then Ghana Blaster Bishop and Amachale score line and patch in the comment section of our dera. Togwe Kwamlasi a back kick 3-0. Let's do it like that. Minia Memobibia about the debate with Munufi in short, Munufi politics. And I best coach my own to be sent seven chale and seven say serious revelations eba. Chama to me Sikano Koyena the Cropotia or the Koyeno. Serious revelations eba. And remember, Odike voice be the na Odike is right in the studio. Ochere and semunum nema ekoso. Ema chama Wontumi ahoba adwamu. Now before we start, no yan kwene ngobisa lawyer Kusi, mo kai lawyer Kusi. Lawyer Kusi dikene de ohene Japan chi kakra. Lumba so sense mbaye na on na team legal wise for lawyer. Ngobisa nse e dey party na chama Wontumi in the Ashanti region. Na oye lawyer Kusi so on niema bia or be listening one after the other. Chama Wontumi ya eso oyi ano.
Press conference design say nyuma na wo he. Wanye. Mosiasu road. Wanye. Trebuom. Wanye. Impasatia. Wanye. Bompata. Wanye. Antwa krom to asoni. Wanye. Manso kwanta. Wanye. Ahisa fire service to left road. Omeka be bia sa contract no. Tia wonye. Na se obi beto ama party anye nipa ndo be register. Aye kwa we abeye ani pe kumpuma obeni so afa. Eno no be na
what you say lawyer Kusi no. Sometimes you know say nsem bi ho awo kan say mama wan kase wan hu videos so a onjindi in the Ashanti region omo wan kase bisa chama Wontumi akwan ahodo a oje aban sika say chama Wontumi say okwa akoye a wanye nti e bisa kwan we a ese wanye e bokwan we din a ese wanye e bokwan we din ese wanye na onim say Exim Bank sika no so e da ho ende ye say NDC we ni ansa ye bisa ho asem NDC ba ye bisa ho asem na enra me say kan asem bi kire mo say chama Wontumi na oka a group of Ghana bayankasa boka edo mo call China say omunko suya how to do proper and legal mining but you think proper and legal mining na chama Wontumi e kan obi ena Ghana ban eboka de chama Wontumi ko na chama Wontumi free China whereby no ade o de bae no Dr. Tony Oben ebe chira de crop na chama Wontumi de free China e bae
2006 when some Ghanaians were sent to China to study how the Chinese did their small scale mining. I think that at that time perhaps the intention was good because they said to do it efficiently. Intentions were good. Some people were sent to China. I believe it included the president of Akunta Mining. And they came, and that is where the Shamfa technology came to Ghana. The Shamfa technology and the Chinese.
So, per the information you have, Chairman Wontumi was part of the group of people who were sent to China.
I think so. I think so. How
the Chinese do their
the mining. And I must underline that the intention at that time was efficiency. We make sure that you do it properly. And then they came with new technology, and eventually excavators became part of small-scale mining. Excavators that's never been part of small-scale mining until after 2006, 2007. And if you look at the trend of production, if you look at the statistics on the production of gold by the small-scale mining sector, it started going up from then. So you could see that it started going up from. So there was an impact.
What I say, Dr. Tony Oben, under President John Mills and the President John Mahama's first administration, he was Ghana's Mineral Commission on and all down. What's Ghana by board? Kadi Ghana for call China because him say China for so mining. Or mongo see how to do proper and legal mining. Or say tia or no say na Chama Wontumi account be. Any de Chama Wontumi nyina boom call China. In the whole Chama Wontumi because see all the Chinese young guys and campaigns are omoye mining. And the Chama Wontumi so cham fine. At the bag Ghana. I say you too sira is you too mirror na actually see. And no mekan ba bi nipa be fi say be me demand no keke ene boss. Enti Dr. Tony Oben say Chama Wontumi mu ne kofa sa niema no e de ba Ghana ho. This is on the illegal mining side though. Illegal mining keke no Chama Wontumi ene be kire Ghana for say ne ye to first na Ghana for the Sophie ene pickers ene ye mining. Na Chama Wontumi person we the governor of the Ashanti region enti no. No boa no kwase some machines akese a eno mom de timi tu amana utimi say machine de William Cap tu amana na won say ade na tu Rikus ibi aboko de and they say niema ni nyina. That is on the illegal mining. Yenko eno amebo Odike voice keke. Somebody might think say AI and Odike was in the studios. Yenti Odike.
Ya wo pon bonayo. Na ma ye kwan. Ana yewra mo kwata ba Kumasi. Omu ntua meka. Timete so ba regional office Kumasi. Ana me call ho. Me call me jane kan wa me edi nkomo no. Na kufu ado abawa omu ko ntumi afu ya ye kan wasem. Hey. Awana wasasi be no ye mayor. Na me ne fine. No so dike onkomo no ntimi ni ti sameka emu. Ni ye ko bopo so ntumi afu. Ye kwa ubenya akwanya ne mpedufo adi nkomo no. Oba tenem. Na me ma me boy sende me ka akopake na me tenem. Etu ntumi afu mo me makọ. Ensuta pa ma bopo so. Ye du kromo no. Ye sa ko ye nim ko Bush road sa na obaya. Papa bro e council state me fi din. Onu ntumi na boss ye. Na buo ni tu abom yu kama because onsu modern irrigation machine kwa pompia na abadaki sprinkle so no ntumi abro no eti say na ni na ahye me say akufo ado jae kotra kam edan mi jana me hopo na ka wo say sada na kwa na ka bibi che ntumi kufo ewura tumna abro na emru ba bia na ni na ahye abom ya no ya take care of anything.
Yes, what Jessica na okay.
Baby son no Gia no baby movement radio.
Na who president pa wa ba chama se me komafom ye kwa bibia hye no. Okufuado amowa wa nka hwe no kotra akam. Na kwa mi se bia ne buafu. E do ne untumi na to basakom ye du suta ye du boposo no ma bodwa ma MPP dan kwa na ye omu ye memenda omu ko memenda sore mo eti enipa anhye da ama
program na se ye phone ye ba shooter akinfie me ko bi mani ko huni de di kai afo enabopo Ramsar site bia
enough flat prone area.
Enough flat prone area bia. Obi obeka bia boa. Mo pa mo me fa mo camera. Ye nya enko. I know the place. When also na popon. Who ya dia na wo kire wo se. Me kra me nya fo mi tira me.
So wo kodi wo
kodi me nkomo. E do mo ka me share kam. Ani afo mo. Eti dia wo fo mo be am sa. Council state ni no. Why warehouse?
And I said, I know you try to pictures the question.
I know. Only no boss here. Why your warehouse can see? Previous house. Baby, I'll trouble go good now. Your cook, be a good for baby. Do I need the man?
So do I need the man?
I could find already. I will acquire wound to me a fast so yen, Jumano. One more. There no to me, your Ashanti region now was emboldened by Kufado. Now, me disaster will to just say,
I am
Ghana ni bia my politician be I mislead you because oh man who know now say power transient. Every Nikazo and I Kufado no ordinance gracia. O man is be a course who won't to me Kufado and Temno says I won't even go now face it. Na me titiza bibi before be say yampa president mama na game I want to be versus the state mama when state bia was asem mu ana so for bia no a ye beti say ko patch o me yate ase me ka say me prosecute to me wa but what I'm saying is say ade a me de mani ahun
say na asem ne tin
say the asem ne tin say na me ka ho utu bi nim say nim afomo akufo bi nim say nim afomo what is it?
The one they are okay.
Didn't you make come anyway? Out of it.
Say be after Mokobi and almost
I'm What's this your fun?
Oh, we are the president. I quite the progress of work. Anyway,
but now those say, oh, you're very good in loyalty. Now you are very, or you'll be on way a lawyer, but I would you put the crown.
Nanado, I can't anymore. And your lawyer people go page me for grow.
Yes, I can't say lawyer people are no lawyer now in answer on pill. Or lawyer like Jimmy and I come to the day. Mr. Say, woman making a few of baby and I'm there before Siena. You go to me, Kako Pregnant India. And you go, Mamma, go. I won't carry a quail 200,000 and yes, I'm singing now.
Hey,
I'm telling you. I am very remote. You're not enough. I started reading enough for Sheso. Yes, not very reading Sheso.
Well,
when you have a revelation, so I'm the Bepano. Mr. Addo, my body did. So, Wontumi. Hey. I walk on in your mouth, stop. Many your yeah, what they can walk on in your mouth.
What you say? Into a decay say, and no more audio no keke. By be a one who's so decay and cassa, over James Abia Mebois, Machadana, ye didn't throw which I'm going to me so. Oh, decay say Ghana buying a pen, Necra, yam kiono. Yamfa camera for Ninachi, or don't go from walk away saying, Subia for a brewer. Or say another council of state member be a fool one chain. And a chama want to me share a videos, animal yano da bechere, exam banker, Bejisica. Iti chama wuntu mi kase sikabia ko wureba bia oboa wo se hwe nko na ne me dene se Emily mo aka sa asem nyina se odike wunim sa asem nyina dada ena wo amoso da se nyese e che chama wuntu mi a otia ena menye gana ni biem aha anko odike nka wa wonti gana na e yakwa ete se nipa ne nim no kware no but no wo de asie onka tete na enkra kwa ma president John Dramani mama odike kan was president untimi nya hwe mfa ho ene ntrai se obeye hwe so afa ho me hu apia stadium afutuo bi ode ama empanyifo e wo Ghana ene ode chew pasa ma president John Dramani mama se Mr President Se wo pese wa mammo we eye mmere a emfa wano nto judiciary assembly concern chama Wontumi. Enye saade a one we are 4 years in Ghana for the man no omama wunni mwie Mr. President. Appear stadium na eka. Also ono kakra o de ma president ne say Mr. President passing bia ye sumu fidie poyando mu sumu fidie say Mr. President ene ye pachaw de nyina da bi o say nye no kware. Enti omo
to be case no to be obi no pena se say mi okruma so me NDC opposition metofo no mposo mu jame kwa okruma nya no mu nya hye Wontumi ase Wontumi wo benya nka Wontumi ase no nka ya wie kura ma Wontumi mi menya ya se di ase no wadi bem kan na me krape ba judicial asem president mama no kro on the ponty eyi no kro woni Wontumi o okay enti say wonim na the party for about 80% they prefer say Wontumi ndem no president mama ye interfere bia wo mu ma asem ko ye bode ko say wode a president mama na sifo nya political career ende okay nti say president mama nyai wo senior political onyai no banche de say e mran ne betre Polando fan to the tribu say okojina oferi na no ojina oferi mahama mama cement egu apro no sabe na so ka se chewa babu nkotodwe no wan fa cement na egu wo be 8 years na hye mahama na bi adro no mahama ni power so be ja Wontumi ye jana mema pia stadium ye happy by emra any bedi me see the say me ka say me twa case ni so kura Ghana almost Ghana mra che say me na metwa ma ban nyi okay am continue asem enti ya hwe say wonya console tire wonya power bia wonya diske bia TV enya radio a opani susunya board fa ko transo e kan sem se Wontumi timi hwe nyame nu ka say president Muhammad Cool Rollins hey bi hwe video no social media so no cool no it is answer we gina judge ni tia Wontumi 10 years kura ho ba ma 20
Appear stadium say ensempa chama Wontumi kan no say the answer ni bi ko to judge bi anim na say chama Wontumi komu 10 years e ma 20 e so ko 20 obenya 50 into say poyando oti wa wo say wo pache president o pa president na no da uko gina afari udi ntro eto president so poyando no ko gina afari na no ada e di tro to president say president John Dramani Mahama ajama cement egu ho asai abra wonim say cement no egu ho ye na nado da kwaku for the time penano poyando kotena TV so hwe ntempa okato president John Dramani Mahama so
ede president Mahama nani adia na se osu asofo a mo de president Mahama butu ho ese nyame de na bre yen ya mo bo ni enhira ni Addo ne ho ahwan se nyame nakuma penti kase turumudie ekoso bene na ekoso me ka just ma for di om turumude the port and I don't put na me ma say media go ade ne chance say je ne
what you say ti wo say amanfo edi om turumu nti president John Dramani Mahama ne dia ba poyando na o san twe ne ho wa hu so oye krokro de John orum fi se onani atechen Ghana ni bia hwe ne wo san ye
mampani wedi akoto srew wa no tumu bi e ma Wontumi nko prison ekoto srew mampani enim se wo ye father for all but modi e ma Wontumi nko ekoto srew e paocho
wa hu one person enti NPP ni de ne politics in onfa ni agro NPP ni nya politics dia onfa ni agro onimade a woye calculated attempt to tarnish and disgrace somebody. They are good at that. Otwene ho na so hu sa de na ekotia na watene ne ho 360 degrees ebe ye ne mafoforo bi. Mr. President, Esrael, Attorney General Esrael, munyi manu mfiri moma judiciary ne na dwuma. Say ye kone ese chama Wontumi di for minim say between 15 and 25 years. Ese ho no ekwa o de munyae no. Okoda ho wie no wa appeal onye. Because chama Wontumi enchen chechuchi kata. Chama Wontumi enchen Victor Salome. Chama Wontumi enchen kwa mpepranom, onabo kwa mpepranom. Chama Wontumi ense na buga pele. Chama Wontumi ense tamakulu said the name na se phone. Munyae omo. The judiciary is the judiciary, the law is the law. No more mojuma. Aha. Among se some abion. Oko chama Wontumi radio so as we speak today, as we speak. Ti sema ni president se go zo omoka.
Party say se chama Wontumi plea bargain bia baso. Ghana ezem. Chama Wontumi akobo besia e wakodi low facility o de ye adwuma. Menyam na mema details na nsem bebre aba ho ba minim da kra wo bi kobo besia afi be ye asemisi. Kwabrando fo kwa na ye maliska mu wie di ye no. one work plea bargain, and then he's mining the gold resources. Almost Ghana gold the two, Ghana for a Heleno, but Ghana for iron time to plea bargain. Says Ghana Sikana will be yen. One offer 40% encodi. Attorney General National the Magic 60% ammo man, a basin in Pomunti. Ghana for sees Dr. Commando for say we clean because we're going to plea bargain. Now Commando for any patch to my Wontumi. Sir Dr. Commando for former governor of the Bank of Ghana, former finance minister, if he saw the need to enter a plea bargain, and John Mahama through his lawyer saw the need to accept that plea bargain and for him to walk free there, Addo Wontumi they won't enter into a plea bargain. Ask me busa Addo Wontumi they won't enter into plea bargain because who's a baby Addo na ekọ one also so na say bolu so edipa wo Chema Wontumi go for dine Chema Wontumi wa yire o ma wa busia and go for penance or political party. It's a man who say, I deal with Sen on Bayami. Next, I must say, one the work of Tumundia and your main quarantine to plea bargain. Namina Fahudi. Since can say the Mitrama Ma, Marco Bobby Sian, Eddie Trescano, let me be a twitcher. Now, we young call for bit social media, and as a chairman to man to plea bargain, and a contest go walk on 1 night because we differ. I don't know, yes, sir. Say, ya why, I want your chink or 2 more. Say I won ye two kotuma asema woni for kwa se kesiketua bi akabeka cho mame no papa ne wo yere wo kunu se wo de mesremu munko preska metua na me ho nto na ye mi mfiribi
won so munsua ade they are not ready they are munsho enuhu kura se ade we ye chama ya no e ade a ense ne mfata and say na American they want to put it to say chama Wontumi issue no e bosia asem e na wakakwaje and I played that particular video so I don't gonna go there again enya bosia asem e de chama Wontumi but the means na what the bosia no Emily say Ghana ankasa majority of the people are not normal they are mentally sick but they don't know about them for those of Ghana about them for baby say suit and na mo Emily Oma she suit and omona sa washeda but alote boaten I because say Ghana ye were educated illiterates bebre in the system nti instead say obeto the one say ko bisa say e dey kwante e me chama e court dey na say me chama ya ye no dabi whenever they get the opportunity or the mouth stage then they want to throw dust onto the eyes of the people ade omo ya no no mu din track se onim se asem na wo ka no enye sa na tie so wa yere ne ho ena wo ka se ka tum futuo sa ba ne insidan kan Yankopon se Ghana ni bi oti Ghana bia no enim ade e koso. That is why when Attorney General said now oye press conference ne ha NPP for no because Attorney General am press conference nka ABA ye mu bi kura na be convince say e bosia chairman Wontumi age e ho asem ne ye ka but because Attorney General be press conference me hu say that be enya bosia asem na ye ka but rather na ye means na the sika no e ho asem na ye ka and that makes it fraudulent activity because Wontumi nko kasa wa asase 100,000 acres the baby abra wonim se woni asase 100,000 acres Wontumi nko bi ho say oh na trata e boy esen aso e boy esen caterpillar boy esen na say mom invoice na wa scan invoice na wa chija kwa receipt now de kwa je bosia more Wontumi nko kasa wo de wo farmers and laborers and workers e wo wadwuma na workers na say omo de omo pesika na cash enti en transfer musika no to account na wa ko yetua mo abera wonim say woni kotreba kora gina danum ho. But when you start to speak all this kind of things and nipa no otechine chama Wontumi workers no in say so ombeto omo bo akira manfo nyansa no omo nyesa ne ma no Philip Jima wa ho NPP people think they are the only real human beings in Ghana sometimes and social media and I expose you Nana me zito si mobile phone keke and I expose NPP for. And yes, nka niema ni bi ho mo ya ye mu bi se nka bi e kwa nka ye hu. Bi ho nka ye hu. By now one say because of the advent of internet and technology ntino, omo ye ya na moto ate. O ye ya otobete. Chama Wontumi on about watching you live from Farman, Chama Munako and Chama. More of him, Chama Munako. NDC Tachiman. Open day, Chama, oppose open here, me, catch me. Now, me, the Weber show is one. No one be card deporting a waiting my yama, amount for. Executive member, Chama Munako. Bibiabo Code. I'm a Chama back open. No, Chama is all up a post. Ebeto ama chairman Monaco kama pa NDC Techiman South constituency executive member Owusu Pepra Paul chairman Monaco me pacha ohwe me kwa da say utimeto abandema chairman Monaco kama pa. All right, enti yanko enim na I think there are a lot of messages about right. Emmanuel Lamti, don't mind people like this. They have no shame. I would say intentional. That is the modus operandi of NPP. Almost no two through their followers any. And you will be surprised on the 3rd of next month, the people of NPP that is what they've been planning to do. They are psyching their members. Say, hey, and your mama tie chama Wontumi, and your mama going to be to my judge chama Wontumi, and see a copa president is so at the same judge. President and your judge. Many as people sitting on radio misinforming the public should be called soon. So many of them are deliberately misleading the public. Chama Wontumi movement TV sa no moye. O kai sa bra ye beto aba kwabra ne kwotena Chama Wontumi TV so ka kire Ghana for say. Abato no easy ewo da bia o de beto aba o de beto presidential different date o beto parliamentary different date Chama Wontumi TV so no mka sa asem no because they were misleading the people not to even come out to vote. Yes, William Cap, that is the means now, a fraudulent means in order loan no e ho asem e na yeka. But they need to learn. So munsuya there, it is up to them. Some of them want some of the munsuya. Number 10 wa and a jamamo, nem baby and monye. Let's move on. And I'm a bominianum. Platform A Munufi politics. If I just all corners in school, now per se or pass it with nursing exams very, very well. Quadia. If I just visit www.nurseprepghana.online. A app bia ya edi ama sa groups of people no kwa app ni te netie nurseprepghana.online. Over here a system all the possible exams, questions and answers in also. You just need to register with your email. A very, very simple process. A bit more was a little kama pa nurseprepghana.online. If I also anything to do with website design and now designing a new website for you, and I will be now just contact me on +358 4653 72649. And also I have a team. You bet me I build a very responsive and mobile friendly website at the amount kama pa. This is my personal number. You bet my friend at any given time. Meti menewo akasa nti oma yanku yenim ma menkan one or two messages bi nso asan ba before we move on ebe ko Afenyo market so o ya de bi o parliament about Kenneth na kuntunkunu Ofori Atta. We need to go there and then address Afenyo market kama pa because nema no mo ye no enye good. And email say, how can Ghana progress with vindictive tribalistic nation records, jealous and hateful people like this NPP bigots? That is what they've been doing. That is their idea. Baba Mohammed Boko there. That is the idea. Ajuma moti Wontumi movement TV omeya no. Na sene amaka no NPP for no kwa no e na pempe Chama Wontumi mo. Te sene Kennedy Japan ye.
Ghana mra e na ehunhu ano. Na me kire Wontumi nyansa wo Ghana ha. E be no nwa. If Bawumia wins, I dare Wontumi. What will happen? I say emfa Wontumi asembe mu. What the cap? What ya me revelation so am de be ba no.
Wontumi revelations have no so NPP nia enka say NDC for na tata Wontumi e mo am party for na tata Wontumi e mo anka sa mo party for no e tata Chama Wontumi e nyame na make o NPP for na that is what they've been doing. I won't say nipa no ti wa na attorney general be ka kire yo there was my person video na me dey ba attorney general say wo dey oti office wa be na kwabrane afafara say no motuom o NPP ni oba ya na obete no ani nuato dey akwawe ade a wo ye no hey, asabu chale. Me pacho mo kai say Honorable Alexander Kwame na Afenyo marking. Let me come forward before we go here. Now say President Eko read the State of the Nation address no. NPP for Kuku no mo ko parliament na Kuku kitekita mo. So mo Kuku president animase. But later did they know say na NDC for nso abo mo say omo Kenneth na kuntunkunku Ofori Atta so a pictures ekitekita omo enti abere omo so omo de wie na majority no so eya nyema we kire omo Almost neda hono yanka so bedwane because na Ghana ni bia nim se ken na kuntu gudu kufurata ebe yi gudu how they nka so ebe yi gudu na so bedwane na omo wie sa ade ni wie na Kwame na Afenyo maken se ono ontiase se majority side na ayes ade ni to de nchiremu ebeba tie no.
To the extent that the colleague is a junior brother of Mr. Ofori Atta, a former finance minister of this republic. No court has found him guilty. We can do our politics, but to also print his pictures deliberately. And that day, the whole world's attention was on this chamber. I would plead through my friend the Chief Whip to ensure that in future, any such action is curtailed, controlled, or stopped by him.
Oti onabo Alexander Kwame na Afenyo maken. Also no one tiase say yabebo Kenneth na kuntunkunu Ofori Atta din e wa Ghana's parliament. But oti nsem ni I'm building a case to show you how diabolic Afenyo maken eye. Enti Ken Ofori Atta nua a member of parliament. Enti maye mo Ken Ofori Atta din e wa parliament ho. Bajoti ni yo. Ene osay go gina parliament say ono on tiase say majority leader aboken to Ofori Atta din e wo parliament ti Afenyo maken bi me ne.
It is becoming one too many that the majority leader has made Ken Ofori Atta his target. Speaker, with respect, my respected senior at the bar knows that a man must be heard, and that even if all men find a man's hand in a tail, his guilt must be proven. He knows that as a matter of law. You cannot bring Ken Ofori Atta's name here when the man is not here to defend himself and make serious allegations against him. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader himself is part of the governance of this country. How would he feel if this is said about him when he does not have the right to respond? If you come and say all that Ken Ofori Atta has taken away, what has he taken away? What has he taken away? He is a human being like you, a citizen like you. He also has children. He has his family. Be fair. Mr. Speaker, the majority leader, Honorable Mahama Yerga, must be fair. It is not his first. He supervised the embarrassment of Ken Ofori Atta when they brought placards in this chamber by his side. Mr. Speaker, please and please again to the majority leader. If he has no answer to the economy that is struggling, and when we say economy is struggling, we're talking about the jobs that they have failed to create. He should answer those specific questions and stop the blame game and stop making people targets. He is not here to answer. You failed to create jobs. Electricity tariffs have gone up. You promised to reduce tariffs. Agric ministry, nothing is being done for the agric ministry. Farmers are complaining in Boku, in Tamale, in Yendi. So deal with those ones. You are in government. As for Ken Ofori Atta, if you think that you have all your evidence and you have evidence of anything done, the court is yours. You have removed Tokonu, so you removed all the judges that you think are fair. You have transferred them to wherever you want to take them to. Is that not what you've done? So you have the court, you have control of the court. Go ahead. Who has stopped you? But don't use this parliament to launch an attack on Ken Ofori Atta. He came to serve. If you have any issues with his service, deal with it. Enough.
What I say? When I see some of these kind of things, honestly, I feel sad for Mother Ghana. Honorable Alexander Kwame na Afenyo can say, "Ono one tiase say, yabebo Ken Ofori Atta din e Ghana's parliament. Na Ken Ofori Atta enye boni bia e Ghana. Na ya boni din, he came to serve the people of Ghana. President John Dramani Mahama should rather fix the bad rules. He should employ people. Because you're too abama no. Honorable, epacho, sikabe na president ifanye sa adwuma no. Sikabe, a whole finance minister say obaba Ghana there. Obama eyes achina ko detention center. Ako siki say American money ba bintin ama ene ya granting green card enye wareho. Omfere NPP ni 2028 election, dear Assem Namoko Kanchi Ghana and he say, due to this and that, in the Monto why ne be finance minister mamu? This is a very bad precedent. And I'm not trying to Furata. I evoke onto the people of the country, telling us to say, the here say more position, would we escape a minute to a piano? And then you are calling on the president says he will be a young candidate and Furata. You are a very disgraceful person. So telling us a parliament. Let's go back last year. Who was the first person about Kenneth na kuntunkunungu uforata di parliament? Abela no jina why say Kenneth uforata say oba Ghana with dates and time. Listen to he himself say you before kayen hame. The same Afenyo and no kase. Edi na Kenneth uforata everybody di parliament. Edi na ye kase Kenneth uforata mra Ghana me answer questions no. Ti ono ankasa Afenyo na ankasa biem.
To assure the nation that this side of the House will do all it can to ensure that the member, the Honorable Ofori Atta, avails himself to attend upon the OSP. Indeed,
what he met was so was he or no Afenyo and then a minority, micro minority, no, will make sure say everything possible on Bayama Ofori Atta aba Ghana abe face OSP and omo beye. Afenyo the same Afenyo no. What I may say actually TNE one person now no case on test say about Ofori Atta di na Ofori Atta ni boni bi Ghana no. He gave the assurance on the same floor of the House Parliament telling Ghanaians to say on his side will make sure say Ofori Atta will come to Ghana to face every law. To be honest, that time of cancer assembly, majority leader and they beside say, na Ofori Atta is a member of parliament. I didn't know then some about OSP na friend, na no call OSP ho. Afenyo marking no what the Tino.
The member, the Honorable Ofori Atta avails himself to attend upon the nation that this side of the House will do all it can to ensure that the member, the Honorable Ofori Atta, avails himself to attend upon the OSP. Indeed, I pursued it, I engaged him extensively, and his lawyers, Mr. Speaker, in a letter dated today, the 18th of February 2025, have written to the OSP, and for the avoidance of doubt, I shall read the content aloud. It's addressed to the Special Prosecutor, our redirection to attend the Office of Special Prosecutor. It reads, we acknowledge receipt of your letter dated the 17th of February 2025. We respectfully indicate that our client's post-mark date for his return cannot be any time before 6 to 8 weeks after the possible surgical intervention in March stated in the Mayo Clinic letter. Our client hopes that taking into account the surgery dated the 20th to 21st of March and recuperation period, he should be able to back to this jurisdiction between 14th May and 30th May 2025. We hope you find this date reasonable and same can guide your office in fixing a date for the in-person attendance of our client to your office for investigation. Having clarified the purpose and length of our client's absence,
Leader.
we hope that the tag of a
Leader.
wanted person...
Hold on, please. Yes, majority leader.
Mr. Speaker, what the minority leader is doing is conveying a communication from the lawyers of Honorable Ken Ofori Atta to this House. So, Speaker, the rules of this House are clear on communications. If you go to Order 65, it is clear on communications to the House. Who qualifies to communicate to the House and who qualifies to convey the communication to the House? They are clearly spelled out in Order 65, and I think that what he's attempting to do is to convey a communication by the lawyers of Ken Ofori Atta to this House, which is clearly wrong. Mr. Speaker, it is clearly wrong to attempt to be the conveyor of communication from Ken Ofori Atta's lawyers to this House. I think that it is not acceptable, and we cannot accept communication from the lawyers of Ken Ofori Atta to this House. He is not a member of this House. He is not a Minister of State. And so there's no basis for this House to be receiving communication from the lawyers of Ken Ofori Atta. We haven't summoned him before any of our committees. He is not to appear before a committee. We are not investigating him. So on what basis is his lawyers communicating to us?
Sawati. Honorable Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markin and the Kojina Parliament 2025 February 18th. Kachire Ghana for say former finance minister Ken Ofori Atta through his lawyers say among Kachire Ghana for say in May 2025 Obeba Ghana personally abe face the OSP na question biara wa answer. Afenyo Markin na one person. Okasana na majority leader I na one de kontokwa ne bisa nse na sa Afenyo Markin Ofori Atta ne lawyer for communication to OSP ade na parliament na babekan because onye member of parliament ade nti na wode na some ba say ye meeting na some let him go and tell the OSP ne Ghana for you, or you can even do press conferences send da mo ye no February 2025 and Afenyo Markin catch Ghana for say May 2025 Kenneth Ofori Atta say or no beba Ghana personally and then you June 2026 Ken Ofori Atta aje green card and then Afenyo Markin corona kujina parliamenta also no one say ye ko bisa Ken Ofori Atta question ho because Ken Ofori Atta any boni bi ese friend no e Ghana.
It is becoming one too many that the majority leader has made Ken Ofori Atta his target. Speaker, with respect, my respected senior at the bar knows that a man must be heard, and that even if all men find a man's hand in a tail, his guilt must be proven. He knows that.
A man must be heard. No, you ain't hear no way. A one can you say May 2025 Papa ne so Ghana. One was a missing mobile phone, any internet, any good NPP party. No. Afenyo Markin, you had total respect of some Ghanaians at a given time, at a point in time. By a woman NPP for a good anymore. They are using you as a vehicle to disgrace you yourself. You thought it's a Ujina Parliament on the February 2025. A catcher and say, "Oh, communicated to the entire nation." About your when he started his statement, this is what he said.
To assure the nation that this side of the House will do all it can to ensure that the member, the Honorable Ken Ofori Atta, avails himself to attend upon the OSP. Indeed,
what he is assuring the nation. And I did not write words for Afenyo Markin to say. He said, Afenyo Markin, on the floor of the House is assuring Ghana for say Ken Ofori Atta say or no, he will avail himself to the OSP personally in May 2025. Ghana is a serious country. Afenyo Markin say think about now. Yet two no. Because a whole member of parliament, it means that the entire nation. That didn't touch the entire nation. Then over 1 year, May 2020, Ojina Parliament, February 2025. Say, Papa no so Baba Ghana, May 2025. And then you see 2026 him, June 2026. Then you tend to come and tell us, say, Papa no didn't be a question. Say, oh, Ghana, send a Ghana, This is the country we all live in because we have a section of the people send a mini of the kind. They think that they are the Ghanaians in TBB and your mom, dear. And here I can in Yana Sebi and Quasia for. Alote. Have you know? Sometimes you know what maybe I do when I not Ghana and who direction I hear the mine as I call. What do you want to say? Wow, until mine ye team any ye hear my mind no essay Ghana ni and then who say can Japan e can say no after military hospital there send NPP for di papa na tem no. Na say na mo person mo be rule Ghana and as a movie say animal kingdom bi na mo ka rule. Philip Jima say OSP is also another. He looks like chameleon. He just looked on and allowed for Retta to leave the country. So the same birds of the same feathers. I don't want to hear my papa now. I don't know phone na sa. Oh no, you can't call it. Sa no mashe da omoye. Philip, you think the Afenyo market is frustrated? On your frustrated, washeda a calculated attempt to deceive Ghanaians again. Washeda will deceive the entire nation. Oh, Francisca, Afenyo, so no one they catch the Ghana for some papa over. 1 year came papa ne mai. And Afenyo na yana bien sisi in Ghana for the nim nyansa nti ono no obedada ye. Sa no munyi no motie. Me yanko ye nim na udi o nim nkrofo we achi chale. Me say every day o me mo nyansa mfoforo aka. Because my bien say ensamone nko an o mtema nim a o mba bedi. Ba Ghana for no so wan say ni padodo na so no. Enhye dan hu say na sa nkrofo we tie. Enti da bia no o mbenya amanfo adeceive omo every day. Me that is the saddest aspect. Because we NPP ni na se wo se wo do Ghana pa de a eze se wo ma kwan say nkrofo we emeda da Ghana for sa. But maybe that is what we all want to do. Enti mama yenko yenim. All right, and then Ghana Blaster, Pacho, score line, office Ghana Besha do dosen, Pacho, in the comment section for our adventure, Ebra, you nim komono ewo emum. The final score, me Pacho, in your first half from ground. The final score, prediction, den, ubetimi ediaba. Na, yina eko yenim. I'm a message into Hana yemhe. Mama should go to the Vatican. We need a radical leader to deal with these thieves. I think that sometimes I also agree with you. President Mama is so gentleman say Ujama Nkrufo we say maybe me ma dwi mu no gisi bia nke punish omo kakra but ya sem Ghana jama kwa say be pa betena ho no was be din some money o manum no ma demand sika free for nothing we are so ko say di mu nyina tem ko da asan ka ho anyway ya ko yenim Musa Dankwa at the polls biaba Musa Dankwa of Global Info Analytics at the polls biaba chale na polls no the buy na me ni Musa Dankwa nse da nya adwen papa sa me nim say wa hu dia okay you think the Ghana was scored by 1-0 right oh me da say it me say nkwa da David Joshua o de ne de do so no Ghana 7 Blaster David me say we need to go meet Blaster Ghana Blaster bet me 7 goals me say bomba na 7 na kwa Panama nkwa 7 no Hey, any abre. Hey, asemo. Blaster beshe 7. Unim Musa Dankwa polls no. Ti Musa Dankwa ye. Emu ehye ti ni ye.
Hi. Good morning. Global Info Analytics. And the 17th of June. Again, you become the 2028 general election. From the poll now, how does it look like for NDC candidates against Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? The best shots here from Bawumia, any Addo forcing, and the details are here. We share Bawumia ni Addo forcing. According to the survey, at the moment, Addo forcing 54.4%. Baumia ewo 35.4%. Alan Chiramatin 3.4%. Nana Kwambediaku 2.5%. And others ewo 4.5%. Oshia compared to March, at forcing above from 0.6%. Baumia so above from 1.6%. Alan Chiramatin wakosuru 0.4%. Nana Kwambediaku so wakosuru 0.5%. And others so makosuru 1.3%. So that is the race between Atuforsin and Dr. Baumia. Over the race against Asedin Ketia. Asedin Ketia over 48.5%. Baumia 38.4%. Alan 4.6%. Bediakun 3.5%. And others 4.9%. So Oshia, compared to the period, Asedin Ketia now 51. Afi Eswati about 48.5. Into a drop 2.5%. Baumia now 39%. Afi a drop 38.4%. Minus 0.6%. Alan Chiramatin now 4%. Afi a cost 4.6%. So the difference is 0.6. Nana Kwambediaku now 3%. Afi a cost to 3.5%. That is about 0.5% increase. Others no more 3%. Afi omoko 4.9%. Omoko suru 1.9%. Indusha Asedin Ketia drop here, Baumia drop here, and Alan Bediaku and other candidates no omo gaining the difference now. We omo share deal. Now over Haruna Idrisu any but Baumia Haruna Idrisu 49.8%. Baumia 38.1%. Alan Chiramatin 8.9%. Nana Kwambediaku 5.6%. 7.7% other candidates. Young compare the result from the last one. March it reduced to all 54%. Afi waba from 50.8 down 3.2%. Baumia now 37%. Afi waba 36.7.3 down 0.6%. Na Alan 3%. Afi oko 5.2% up 2.3%. Then Bediaku 2% oko 3.1%. 1.1 increase. And others no more 4%. Afemko 4.5. That's 0.5% increase. Into the dynamic between Anabisu and Baumia case now. Got here all north. No. You can see said the other account candidate get more of the vote that was formerly going to the account candidate from the NDC. So when it is happening this and Baumia, the account candidates Alan Chiramatin and Bediaku, they do a lot better. Now, you share the race between Nana and Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Nana 40% or 44%. Baumia 40.2%. Alan 6%. Bediaku 4.2%. And others 5.6%. You compare the last data you publish here on the same race. Now Nana 51%. Afi waba 44, Eswati 7%. It's a big drop. Baumia now 39%. Afi wako 40.2, up 1.2. Alan Chiramatin now 4%. Afi wako 6%, 2% up. Bediaku now 2%. Afi wako 4.2%. That's 2.2% up. And then Oshe others now almost 4%. Afi wako 5.6%, 1.6% up. Now, share other candidates. Julius Debra against Baumia. Baumia 41.7%. Julius Debra 40.2%. Oba Alan Chiramatin 6.1%. Bediaku 4.7%. And others 7.2%. Oba Joshua Alabi against Baumia. Baumia was 44.8%. Joshua Alabi 32.3%. Alan 8.1%, Bediaku 5.8%, and others 9%. But we Baumia any Erikopukwa. Baumia 45.6%, Erikopuku 31.2%, Alan Chiramatin 8.8%, Nanakwam Bediaku 6.1%, others 8.3%. So broadly, the NDC candidates 4 of them lead Baumia, but 3 of them lose against Baumia. in terms of ranking, the best performing NDC candidate, Addo Forcing against Bawumia, followed by Haruna Idrisu, then Asirin Ketia, then Jena Napoku. The rest are struggling against Bawumia. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Well, you're Musa Dankwa no. Also, I polls NDC candidates now, or no to say, or my emergence will be contested to become president of our dear land. No. A move for any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia co-contest now, on by any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. A move 3, Ebe Lucy 2, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Then surprisingly, no, Saturday now, say NDC present to moi, NDC, no, the chief of staff, NFS1, chief of staff, currently, Yura, Julius Debra, also say NDC, the 2028 election, Eko Fesi, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Alhaji 38, NDC cost about form, according to Musa Dankwa, as he speaks today, NDC, Ebe Lucy. Say NDC, a Greek minister, a cost about form, Eric Pukua, Ebe Lucy. The Professor Joshua Alebikwa, Ebe Lucy. Na nipa according to him no, say NDC timi, ehwe nyankopon nim de ne kwa. Obetimi awene over 50%. To say our current president John Dominic Mama face Alhaji 38 unyayen eyeyera Addo Forcing. That is what he is saying on Nyame America. The other two no, ehode se meka se me mama Musa Dankwa polls we dia 100% enyeye. Haruna Idrisu asiedun ketia. Say Haruna Idrisu is performing or seems to be performing much better. Chain, the national chairman of the party. Well, those ones there totally disagree with him, but Musa Dankwa's polls so ya there okase wonji ninso a enhye da nye because papa ne polls no afi bia ye kwa anase okanko ade a ebam. For that one I have to assure you. Say papa ne kan mere bia oka me ene nko ade minim say etime bam. Enti say yenzo ye tena ba bi ka say nsema oka no oboa eno nso no ehobi no menene ya adwen a anase wa obeka sa asem so menene ya adwen a enye ye san say yenyina yenim say papa no nso no nsem bia oka bia nso no ade a enokware. Enti in the comment section obetimi de wadwen kira ba channel monufie politics say na Musa Dankwa eka. Nyame na make because okase me na make me nyame na make so Musa Dankwa kofa baya na kofa we san dia ba say NDC pese e win about massive dia yemfa Addo Forcing ko o say no ye ni problem bia. Haruna Idrisu kwesi Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, according to what he's saying, round 1 ye ntime win it because ye ntime nkroso say 50% no. Say they see doing ketia and I say your current vice president kwa and also no although they will lead Alhaji 38 but we cannot win in the first round. Na analysis in the year if I show in the comment section no obetimi de wadwen kire aba se wona ne ya adwen o wona ne ya adwen o adwen kire no de aba according to him no akwakoye polls in the country Musa Dankwa polls nso no ye botugu a enyeye ba many aye me den say none of the candidates and Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia first four no a perform better channel. Even the other 3 no cry now or can say ye do moko intime we na it means it's going to go on a runoff. Because when the post na Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia intime cross so is 50% plus 1 no. Tell Musa Dankwa eka no. Sana the post no echire. Pacho ebia na also wadwen kire fufuru bi wo ho a obetimi de aba in the comment section. That is something I think Musa Dankwa edeba. But I mean kind 1 or 2 messages via aba na yehwe ne a ebeye, right? Politics ni edi. Kani Black say Bawumia is like a woman who works at street, a shower woman. Always there is satisfied men. No, I don't know what to say. You're the gate, I know. Rico see the base Ghana first. Akoromfo through the base jobs with power. Me say mo candidate in wine Ricos. The base for my agent. The base mo candidate in wine. What they tell me candidate ni bi na me hu. Ma me George na Bafo say I strongly believe in him. Especially Honorable Julius Zebra is no. I knew it from the very day he went to the church and cried. Hey, assassin way dear, what can they me wo? Madam for bizo catch them says the dear papa ni su ye na no. And also auto about onto my chief of staff. Because be my poko jina so them kusu. He abra na yere sere de you who be that. Hey. I mean woko there, Germany woko. Kali, we need not to joke about this. His post, he is a good poster. Yeah, for that one, as I have already indicated, no. Musa Dankwa polls be biano. What doubt na? What doubt na kwa kwawe? I know they me very sure. Minim how or no. Ha. Philip Jima, which by-election did Musa Dankwa actually prediction number true? Did by-elections that you can tell me because me who any of the by-elections I predict here he failed. Meaning, actually, maybe I've forgotten about it. But maybe they say the minimum the Musa Dankwa polls there. We okay say as my kind of boy there, masa. Then one now okope was my boy. Mama George Nabafo say, I really don't know why the NDC is entertaining his foolishness of the minority led by Afenyo. Another big liar, same as Baumia. People popularly known as Baulaya. Alleged 38. Afenyo one was the first now or credibility kakra. Now the time na oye na dwen say or sisane ho abe attack NDC nana or started say or two through the guamon for any. Or remember say okofa Sierra Leone picture bi ebe kire say e san wen ni bi e voter region. E kwatena live TV to obe na na tie no to ho say hey masa these days the internet no what the picture to why kire be a picture na originate free here. Hona na papa na start say olusu credibility. Na minima dia NPP for hu oni mu a omoya margin so omo nsesa papa ne da. Well, it's up to them. Let's leave it up to them. Oh, edase oya de nchane de assume that oba ya ni hu say salute you mama back up. If I show you about there. Rikus, me say we always see the base for monchire ya mo candidate. NDC in nipa Musa Dankwa post ya de baba NPP in nipa de neba cheddar in so hoda da ala na hoda da the base mo de na hwan. Monchire yes the base munya didi no. Eno a Ken ye NPP ni wako doniti ade a the base for mo say na Ken so nye the base. Masa munya mie ho. Anyway, I will see and then the base we have now you prepare for the tournament. Adamu Isa say it's true. Julius cannot win. Hey, and the chief of staff ni take account. Also, na just say ko lazy ni boot pa bepe president di when I say ye bibia na tia faso, ye bibia na tia faso. Hey, I say mo Ghana mra e de be hunu no.
Ghana mra e na ehunu no.
Ghana for the CM no. Hey, I say mo. Anyway, chief of staff. Oji Musa Dankwa de onji ni o ye but to forcing so the anyway, I'm a message no mosquito na win. But anyway, that is up to me. See, yeah, and I can't na cast away NPP ni o na dey na Rukutu kan. Mo leader na Ken. And am ayera. Hey, muni nipa. Se Ken pa na mo leader there Ken so NPP ni. Inti say no. Yeah, so anyway, in the World Cup, Ghana be ball in the comment section for resource we say about predictions in the Fabra. Now remember the Ghana be winning by 1-0. That is what I think. That is my prediction. Don't you beat him do the Francisca say you said Atto will be a good candidate. Yeah, I think Atto is also a very good candidate as we speak. But me Professor General Emily did not offer Atto as his running mate. That will be very happy. General Kobia now to Abefeli Hono. For that one day, that is my prediction. And I say, I love say Dr. Zenata Rollins. I think General Embranon Fat Zenato as the running mate. Now, if you are Nanka Atomrana, who impediments I don't know. That is what I think. Say. Truth say Musa Dankwa is playing a game and aware of that. What game do you think say he's playing? Do you think say Musa Dankwa a route for Atto for Sentina time behind the polls piano or the Atto banana again? Maybe that is what he is doing. And also on Giska will be a ho. Enti nipa so nipa didn't was him in Giska. Enti unti me go nipa so Giska. And I mean ya wa. Enti was on Giska there. Inya na ja ye hwene kakra. Yeah, so. Hey, many. Mami bi say NPP dey o dey bo kra to obeto NPP.
ase ntoma MPP a wo ye MPP ni a ye beto ama no e ti say ebo kura to so ye MPP a ogina na MPP a ye beto ama no to ogina
we Ghana ni na say na hodwen a nipa we many development we hear development nipa o say ebo obeto ama ebo because ebo no ye painting NPP no o man hwe a enya no hia anyway Ghana 0 right oh me da say fortune tego e da say why are there enti abusia for mama yen lazy boost for na yen twen blaster and then me the besi ha medini William Munufi amankona platform A the debate with the Munufi in short utumi friend Munufi politics because we do politics here but yen it say na ye di nkomo ye tin kwankwan ase e na ye di nkomo no e wo ho they call Atto and Zenato. Oh, Francisca, why are they? If that was also be very, very good because maybe Zenato Timinya that rule that I'll be very, very happy because I really like her, the way she does her things, and I like her very, very well. So, but the first female president of Ghana, so I'll be very, very happy with that. Truth is, General Mosquito and Atto Fortune should contest, as you said. Yeah, that is also going to be very good. So, if we get General and Atto or General and Zenato, I'll be very happy with that. And I think we're going to win very, very easily. Enti mama yen lazy boot na yen Ghana Blasters anyumre. All right, 11 o'clock Ghana time, right? Anyway, me had na de asa by be finance anti Medini William Munufi amankona nyankopon ne obia entena. Bye bye.
Black stars and come on with him. Hey, Johnny Tani Pesi, Erebo, Yanni Abere, Yahu Yaden. Yaya Gana, Mayahu Yasho, Black Stars Ababio, Obiara and Suroyen. Baku Bako na Yabelquanim, Yafranca Kosoro, Yendim Beshen. Jordan Fabol, Nuko, Kudus, ya Magic Man, one you. Ate Jimmy Funemu, Gana Bako, Yebe Yedom, yeah. Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho, Gana Black Stars, Mama, you sorry, Yana Yabe, champion, no. Black Stars, Jericho World Cup, Jericho, from Accra to Kumasi, Yanina, Betem, Ghana, oh, Ghana, Yabe Dinkonim, Ghana, Yabe Mawana, who, Black Stars, Yahu Yaden, Sunny Sumiset, Yere Babio, Cap Coast, Tim Tamalitim, Kumasini, Akranina, Tim, Ye Jesse, Yefe, Yemoja, Ye Hot, Bebiara Yako, Ghana, no go stop, defense no your wall, keep on your fire, strikers no ready and dream no higher. But you see boys, no money, na painting, Ghana phone, you know, Mochi. Black Stars, Jericho woke up, Jericho, Ghana Black Stars, Mama, and sorry, Yana Yabe, champion, no. Black Stars, Jericho woke up, Jericho, from Accra to Kumasi, and Yina, Betem, Ghana, oh. Yana, no, Yana, Chi, and Franca, Betu, oh, yes, and him, red, gold, green, Black Star, no, you like Ghana to the whole, end time, no, about no shaking, no fear. Hey, Black Stars, America, Mexico, Canada, Ghana, Reba, say thunder. Black Stars, Jericho, woke up, Jericho, Ghana, Black Stars, Mama, and sorry, Yana, Yabe, champion, no. Black Stars, Jericho, woke up, Jericho, Ghana, Bako, and Team Bako, Black Stars, forever, oh. Ghana, Black Stars, Jericho World Cup 2020 sense yena yeba
ede beze mama nani adia na se osu asofo a mode beze mama butu ho ese nyame de na bre yen ya mo bo ni enhira ni adom ne ho ahwan se nyame nakuma penti kase turumudie ekoso bene na ekoso make just ma for drum turumude
mampani wedi akoto srew wano tumu bi ema Wontumi nko prison ekoto srew mampani enim se wo ye father for all but modie ema Wontumi nko ekoto srew e pawcho hwe na kabi mano na minim se wo de wano tumu a ebewie ama ye nyina mampani wadaroma Wontumi mobo
ahemfo muti kumasi a da otumfo ne mokasa we fere corona mu bebo muto Ashanti muntiemi Ashanti chiefs mo ahemfo na mo Ashanti regional problems any Santi mo ahayfo mo ya krofo mo to me ton asase mani pa ba ko minu miensa ediamanfo sika awiamanfo girls awiamanfo yeremu nyamma muti asante region aye to galamsey insam woni amudi wo asante region no mawie na mo be fa chama Wontumi awaka chama Wontumi asam
press conference disam say nyuma na wo he wanye Musiasu road wanye Trebuom wanye Mpasatia wanye Bompata wanye Antwa krom to asoni Manso Kwanta wanye Ahisa fire service to Lagos wanye Omeka be bi asa contract no